Broadcast live.
What's good? What's Gucci? And welcome back to another episode of the ultimate Plug With Luyanda Mabaso, the freshest podcast show on the streets. As you know how we started off, I'm gonna plug you with some new music. First off, we have the biggest DJ in South Africa, Uncle Waffles, who dropped a project titled Asylum. We also have DJ Stressa, who dropped a single titled Asimbonanga. And lastly, we have Yams, Uncle Vinny, Justin 99, and PC, who dropped a single titled Piki Piki. You should check out all that new music. In today's episode, we have a very, very special guest, one of the pioneers in the Amapiano game, very, very talented DJ and producer, Tyler ICU. Welcome.
Nice.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, yourself?
I'm good. So, is your real name Tyler?
No. No.
What's your real name?
My real name is Austin.
Austin.
Yeah.
Austin what?
Valoy.
Okay, and how did Tyler come up? Like, how did you come up with Tyler? Where does it come from?
Tyler's like a street name I got given like in primary school, and then I got the ICU in high school, basically, So yeah, because it was like all different types of like spaces in my life. Because in primary, one girl thought I looked like this dancer and actor from the Step Up 2000, the first one. Said, no, you look like that, bro, and whatever. Then yeah, that kind of name catched on to me. And then when I was doing hip-hop in high school, the guy I was producing beats for was like, yo, your 808s can put people in ICU, so like, you should put that in your name, like Tyler ICU.
No, it's a really dope name, I can't lie.
Shout out, bro.
So, can you give us like a little background info about yourself, where you're from, how old you are, and so on?
I'm from Tembisa, born and raised in Tembisa. I don't know, man, like background info.
How old are you? Like, when's your birthday and stuff like that?
3rd of January.
3rd of Jan, okay.
Yeah, born 3rd of Jan.
And when did you start making music?
Started making music at the age of 10, bro. Like, my cousin was passing it down during the kwaito, and I was watching him and then learning from him at the same time, So yeah, I started doing music at the age of 10.
Okay. And if you weren't a musician, what career do you think you'd be doing right now? Or what career were you passionate about back then besides being a musician?
Computers, man. I used to play a lot with computers, Swavula, Swakinika, Skipamaren, Swaisali, So yeah, I'm very much of a geek when it comes to computers. So yeah.
Okay, so besides Amapiano, which is what you're doing right now, are there any other genres you've been active in the past?
Yeah, I did Afrobeats. I did a little bit of Tom, but I think I kind of accustomed to it when it was like the piano was coming in. So yeah, it was a bit of a tricky. Okay. So yeah, I did Afrobeats, hip hop, a little bit of Tom, and then now it's Amapiano. I did R&B as well. Yeah.
So you're very versatile.
Yeah, very versatile.
So what made you stick to Amapiano?
I mean, right now it's like my piano is taking over like the globe, man. Like, and I'm one of those people who got lucky to like do a project, and then the people really liked the project and welcomed me in the piano scene. So I kind of stuck into it because of like, I think that's like where I got like my break from, and like the hip hop genres and stuff, because I was just more of like a producer and the hip hop scene, It was not of like I can come out and be like I'm a DJ, stuff like that, So yeah, so it kind of changed me from just being just a producer to also being a DJ. So,
okay,
yeah.
So what record would you think made you recognizable amongst the public eye?
I think Banyana and Izolo. Yeah.
Okay, and then some of the work you did before, like, I remember the first time I heard about you was on Amanzi featuring Major League.
Yeah.
How did you meet them? How did you get to work with them and stuff like that?
At the time, the time I got to meet the major league, it was when we had done the What It Is song with Riky. So I was always moving with Dr. Peppa at the time. So Dr. Peppa took me there, says, the boys says they wanna do something. Can you just like come and just produce something with them and stuff like that? And then we went there and then we did like few songs with Kamumpela. It was at the time they still had Kamumpela and Foka. So yeah, I did a few songs with Kamumpela, a few songs with Foka. And then yeah, they kind of liked the vibe that I was on, and then they were like, let's just create something together, So that's how that EP kind of came about. So yeah.
Okay. And then I also saw you on Ungazi. How did that relationship form? Was it also through Peppa?
Yeah, it was also through Peppa because like when we did What It Is, it was kind of like a new style of hip-hop that people were not expecting to happen, but they always wanted to like hear the lock drum on how it's gonna sound on a hip-hop beat. So when we did Ungazi, it was after that, and then he was like, no, I want to do more songs of this. And we did lock in around December at the time, and then we did like 6 to 7 songs, But then Ungazi was the one that he really liked the most on all those songs. So yeah, that's how Ungazi came to be.
So around that time, you were active in producing both Amapiano and hip-hop records. Did that not clash for you in a way?
No. At the time, did not like really clash, because of when it comes to Amapiano, I was not very much like in demand in terms of like gigging, in terms of like producing piano for other people. It was not like a huge demand at that time. It was just starting out. But the hip hop was the one that like people were like, yo, no, can you please do this for us? Can you please do this for us? So yeah.
Okay, and then when did you sign with Pori?
I signed with Pori last year.
Okay, was this around the time Banyana and Izolo dropped?
It was after. Yeah, it was after. I think it was like after like 6 months or 7 months.
Okay, so
that's when we got like to sign with it.
So how were you able to work with some of the biggest artists in South Africa in such a short span of time?
God, I don't want to lie. God did all that. I don't want to lie. I just saw things happening and I was like, I'm just going to give myself to it. And then, yeah, that's what I did. That's how I kept it going.
Okay. And then you have one of the biggest songs in the country right now.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
It's a very funny story. It's a very funny story because when that record was made, me and the boy were in the same situation, but like in different spaces, because I broke up with the hand that I was dating, and then I spent at least a week or two without just being online, just trying to self-reflect to myself and just find healing at the time. And yeah, that guy had the beat for the longest time, and then he tried to record. For some reason, he landed on something I was going through at the time, and then he sent me the song. I avoided it, and then he tagged me on it on Instagram to say, "Yo, check this thing out." And then I remember I was just chilling in the studio. I was like, let me check what this boy is doing. So I checked, and I was like, oh, that's me right there. That's how I'm feeling. And I remember I took the song and then I played it for one of my friends, Fox. I was like, yo, the song is crazy. This boy landed right on the spot. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah, dog, listen. He was not sure. And then I was like, yo, send the vocals, let me work on it and let me see what I can do. Send the vocals, and then I worked on the song. And then he heard it for the second, Fox heard it for the second time, and then I was like, okay, I get what you were saying. And I just posted it on TikTok. No hopes of anything. I was just like, you know what, let me just post it. And then whatever happens. And then it just caught fire from there by itself. So yeah.
And then how did Khanyisa end up on the vocals? Because I didn't hear you mentioning her.
Oh yeah, she came after when she saw the song was going big on TikTok. She called me, she was like, yo, I love that song. I'm not gonna put myself with pride. I'm asking to get on the song. Can I get on the song? I'm like, yeah, sure. She's like, okay, I'm coming tomorrow. Like, okay, that's how it happened. That's how she got inside the song.
How long were you in that relationship for that ended?
A year.
A year?
Yeah.
So how did you balance being in a relationship and being in the industry? Because I know it can be tough being in a relationship in the space that we're in. Gigs, clubs, women, all of that.
And with her, it was kind of like, it was very simple because she was also in the space, yeah. So it was like we understood each other in terms of like work and all that stuff. So it was never a problem of like people coming to the studio or me just going out on gigs, you know. So yeah, we never had a problem in terms of work.
Okay, and do you believe in TikTok marketing when it comes to unreleased music?
Yeah, I'm a very big fan of that, you know. I'm a very big fan because also the songs that I'm putting out now, I put them on TikTok and Instagram Reels, and that really boosts the songs for people to like, okay, you know what, this is what we want. Can you just like give us this song? We want this song, and and I see from the demand of like, okay, people really want this song, so I can actually take out this song, you know? So otherwise, if I would have gone blindly like I did before, I don't really work out these days. It doesn't really work out because like songs really come out of hype, and like it's nice when you already have the demand, you know? So yeah.
So a lot of Amapiano records, they get leaked and all that. Is that like part of the marketing strategy?
In terms of that, like I can't really say much because like we don't know how these guys get our songs basically, you know? You just see your songs right there and then you're like, how? And then you call who and who, you're like, I sent you this song, who did you give?
Yeah.
Say, no, I didn't give it to nobody. But then you heard like a few DJs playing your songs and you're like, now you're no longer sure if you like to share music with other DJs, but then at the same time, it's like sharing your music with DJs, it really helps because it's like they're gonna play your song somewhere and then people hear it and then they come back with the feedback and be like, yo, that song you have is actually crazy. I played it where you should really put it out, you know? So, yeah.
So if a song, okay, say your song is gaining hype and all that, then it leaks. For example, someone posted on YouTube for the public. Do you feel pressure to drop it in a certain amount of time before it loses hype?
And yes, we do feel pressured because it's like, if that guy's streams is already like moving like 100,000 upwards, that's a problem. It's like, yo, what's gonna happen when I drop this song? So I need to drop this song before this nigga gets to 1 million with this song, you know?
Okay.
So yeah.
And then what is your method when it comes to marketing on TikTok? Like, do you give the song to dancers or you just post it yourself and let the people work with it?
Yeah, me, I just post it, you know? I just take a very beautiful view and just post the song, and then it's up to the people, you know? In most cases of like the songs that I've like put out on TikTok right now, the people are the ones that are creating the dance challenges themselves. I just see their dance challenge and I'm like, okay, cool. I can do this one, and then I just shoot for this one and post it. That's it.
Okay.
You know?
So when it comes to gigging, what would you say was your worst gig experience, or in terms of like promoters or whatever?
Gig experience. There was one place, which I won't mention the name. They had like the funniest CDJ. Yo, the CDJ played me dirty. Played me dirty because like the fader was just kind of moving on its own, like the tempo fader was just moving on its own. And I couldn't catch the beats because like the tempo was just changing. It's like, yo, what's going on? And yeah, I think for a DJ that kind of kills your spirit as well.
Outside of you being Tyler ICU, how would you describe yourself as a person? How would you describe Austin?
I'm a very funny man. I'm a very funny man.
Yeah.
It's nice to be in my space because it's just all fun and games. So, yeah.
Okay, and then I know artist teams can be like there can be a lot of people on the team. Like, how many people are on your team, and who does it consist of?
My team is very small. You know, I just feel comfortable to just also be around friends because it's like, you know, you get into a gig, you don't want to be awkward. And it's like sometimes you just want to chill at like that venue, you know. So my team is 3 people. You know, it's like it's me, it's the photographer, and then it's my road manager. So
Okay.
yeah, and then the rest are my friends.
Okay, and then so your friends, like when it comes to friends, especially in this industry, doesn't it kind of clash with the business side of things?
No. I don't choose to like. When I say my friends that I'm with, like,
Or you move with, they're not part of the, they're not.
they're not DJs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're not DJs, so it doesn't clash with the business because they're not DJs. They're my friends.
Okay.
They're there to just be with me, you know.
Okay, so it's not like they have any active roles in your team. They're just your friends that you move with.
Yeah, it's they have an active role on me as a person because like I need to be comfortable, you know, and being with them keeps me sane, you know. Like I don't want to be stepping on people's toes, acting like I'm a superstar, all this stuff. I know that I am, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to rub people off like in a bad way. So it's like being with my people in my own space for me is just helps me to just stay grounded, you know, makes me happy. I'm always laughing because we're making jokes, we're laughing at certain things. So yeah.
Okay.
So that's why they're there to keep me sane.
Okay, and then what does your morning routine look like?
My morning routine, it's a very funny routine because I can just wake up and go to studio straight without bathing and then just listen. Maybe I'm gonna take a shower at like 1 or so. So yeah, there's no specific routine for me, you know. Just depends on like what I have on my mind on the day and then what I need to do. So yeah.
Okay. What is a stage that you dream of playing on anywhere in the world?
Yeah, no, it's a funny thing. I don't actually dream on like playing on other people's stages. I want to make my own. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's not a something of like I'm chasing to be in that scene or whatever. I just want to build up my own things and just be happy with whatever I've built for myself.
Okay, I see. So like a Tyler ICU festival, basically.
Yeah, Tyler ICU festival was just the experience of people, giving them a different experience for myself and like make them see how, like give them my own view of like how an event should look like. So,
And I'm assuming you'd want this to be where you come from, Tembisa.
it can be anywhere. For me, it's not about just being home. It just can be anywhere as long as like it's doable.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, since throughout your journey in the industry, what was that moment, that first moment, that where you thought to yourself, "Damn, I've made it"?
Tricky. I think I've had a lot of moments of like those, bro. Like I still get those moments. So it's like, what? I had one in Rustenburg where like this crowd was so crazy they didn't want me to leave and they didn't have a DJ set. So I had to use a visual DJ. So I had to connect my USB there and then just play with the visual DJ. And I actually noticed that fans don't really care about certain other things, you know. They just want to see you play there and then get the experience of how you play as a DJ. So it's like whatever you do as a DJ, like song selections, like all those things, it's like you're giving people an experience of how you view music and how you like make the masses react to like certain type of music. So it's that, you know, it's like you're giving people an experience.
I see. So in this industry that we're in, what would you say is the importance of a good team, and how would you say a bad team would affect your career?
With the bad team is like you're gonna miss a lot of things like interviews, flights, money being spent recklessly, just a lot of things not working on building the business, not working on like making the brand to be a respectable brand, like, the thing where it's like they feel like it's okay for you to just fight people and be, you understand, just being in like a lot of drama. So good team, they make sure that you on the interview on time, on the plane on time, you have everything you need, your USBs, your headphones, it's like, yeah, they need to just keep you on the business mode and make sure that, you know what you're doing this for, like a reminder is like, if you're not gonna do this, this is what's gonna happen to you. If you don't care, it's fine, Okay. But then you have to respect yourself first before the managers, the other people that come and play a role in your life. You yourself, you have to respect yourself first.
Okay, so say I'm an upcoming DJ. How do I go about finding a team that's gonna have my best interests at heart?
I'd say your team shouldn't consist of your friends. Your team shouldn't consist of your friends. It should be people that you meet outside your life, and then those people can be your managers and then can be your friends, and they'll understand your vision. You understand? Because like if you're just choosing people that are your friends, I get that you want the whole team to win, but at the same time it's like it's gonna kill you at like a certain point, because we've seen a lot of people go down because of like their management where they are friends before, money was being stolen, money is this, stuff like that. So it's like when you have a team that is outside and you say, I want to see the invoices, I want to see this and this, they can show you those things,
I see. So with such cases, do those managers approach you, or is it people that you just meet when networking at an event or something?
Other people, you just see them just act on their own, like people just start taking care of you on their own without you asking them, be like, this and this, and then you yourself, you get to this point where you're like, okay, dog, I see you trying to do this work, let's just do it for real. And then you talk about it and then finalize it. And some will approach you and you just have to take a chance, because it's like, it's a chance, you're giving them a chance. It's like you see them on like, okay, let's go to one or two, 3 gigs and then see how it works out.
Have you ever been in the position where you change your team?
Yeah, I have.
What was the reasoning behind that?
They were my friends. They felt like very comfortable, to just do whatever that they felt like, like it was not working out properly, I'll get late to go to a gig, find out me as an artist, I'm already ready.
Yeah.
And then them as like a road manager, they're not there. Or as a driver, they're not there yet. They're gonna come in like 20 minutes later. So it's like, dog, I'm late to all the other gigs. So yeah, that was just messing up my brand.
I see. So are you a person that struggles with congratulating themselves with like achievements that you make, or like do you put pressure on yourself?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I put a lot of pressure on myself, because like if I don't, I'll just be comfortable with whatever I have. So I don't want to be comfortable with whatever I have, because like I have my own goals that I've planned, and like there's things that I would like to achieve. So for me, it's like I have to stay consistent. And if for me to stay consistent is to be, okay, this song is not the one, we need to do another song, So it's things like that. It's like there's things like I have to work on changing to be the man that I want to be, So yeah.
So you basically just never want to get too comfortable?
No.
Okay.
No.
So what can we look forward to from Tyler ICU this year? Maybe a project or something?
I don't want to be specific in terms of the project because I'm really liking the way I'm moving in terms of like dropping singles. Because like I think people are really into me just dropping singles because I saw when last year I dropped the album, it didn't move as much. But when I was dropping just the singles, the 3-track EPs, people really like enjoyed that. So I'm just gonna keep it on like dropping like singles, you know. So I have like 2 singles that I'm gonna drop next month on the 28th. Yeah, it's gonna be a very good year for me, I can say.
You heard it here first. But yeah, who like are some upcoming producers and vocalists that you would say we should look out for?
I recently signed 3 producers. I have Nandipa 808, Siga RSA, Tyrondee, and then I have 3 artists. It's Marcy.
Good friend of mine.
Yeah, it's Marcy, it's Tumelo, and this other girl called Zintle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you touched on a very, very important topic when it comes to the music business, like contracts. So when you signed your contract, did you have a lawyer reading it over for you or you just read it yourself?
No, I had a lawyer reading it for me, so yeah.
Okay, and I know of a couple of artists that find themselves in deals where maybe the artist that owns the deal will always put himself on the song, even though he didn't do anything. Have you ever experienced that?
I mean, in the beginning, yeah, I experienced it in the beginning, but also it was like it's a learning curve, and it's also like making like this thing, the dynamic of like when you're an upcoming, you understand? It's like people wanna like gotta know you through somebody else, especially, you know, at this day and time.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's like you gotta give somebody source for them to give you something back, because like they're not gonna see your talent and just be like, oh, let's go, and then they're not getting anything from that. Obviously, they're gonna want to get something from that, you know. Sure. Either they're gonna take from your royalties. That's also you signing and say, yo, okay, we're gonna take 5% from every song you make with other people and stuff like that. But like, that's how the game is, you know. It's like you give something and then they give you something, you know. So that was the case. It was like, I'm giving out beats, I'm gonna give you the platform to be who you wanna be.
So how did you manage to get out of that deal?
No, it was not. It was not something official. There was not something of like I wanna get away from, because the person told me straight. It's like it's either with me or you're gonna suffer this through somebody else, and other people you won't even get that platform of like you growing up as who you wanna be. I mean, like, he told me everything, and then he was like, you need to change from just being a producer to being a DJ. You understand? Because otherwise, you're just gonna keep getting the small money from royalties, and that's not even gonna help change your life. You're gonna be frustrated, and then after a few years from now, you're gonna be mad, and then you're gonna say, I robbed you money. You understand? So you yourself, for you to actually see where your money is and where you also can gain. So do this, do that, do this. Publishing, everything, like you taught us everything, man. You taught us everything. So that's why I will forever stay humble and loyal to that man.
Understandable. So how long did it take you to learn how to DJ?
Roughly like 3 to 4 months. I mean, we had the CDJs in the house, so it's like whenever you wanna practice, you can. So yeah.
Okay, and have you ever tried hopping on the mic?
Yeah, I'm really good, man. I'm a real good singer. I'm a real good rapper. Just that I'm not interested in all that.
So there's no songs that are out where your vocals are on the song?
No. Maybe we should
consider that, I can't lie.
Nah.
Maybe just one record.
Not big on that. I'm not big on that. I don't know. Maybe it might happen, maybe not. I don't know.
Okay, and before we end off the show, we like to play a quick game called Guess the Sample. So I will play a couple of samples. Like I'll play the original sample. I'll play the original song, sorry. Then I'll give you options of artists who sampled the song, and then you have to guess correctly.
Okay.
So this is the first sample.
Let's try again by Ali and Timbaland.
No, this is the original. There's an artist that sampled the song. Yes, I'm gonna give you the options. Okay. So option number 1 is Stogie T. Number 2, Trombies. Number 3, AKA, and number 4 is Flame.
I say Stogie. I call it Stogie.
And unfortunately, you're wrong. It's AKA on his latest album.
I didn't listen to that. I didn't listen to
Okay,
album.
this one, I expect you to get it without even me giving you the options.
Okay. Isn't that Yams?
Okay, yeah, it is. And then lastly, this is the last sample. Option 1, Duncan. Option 2, Mampincha. Option 3,
Duncan.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, Duncan.
And that is the wrap for today's episode. Thank you so much for coming through.
All right.
Hope to chat to you soon.
Hopefully.
Catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Broadcast live